Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Today is Monday, May 11th, and it is AMI Day 35. So we'll go ahead and get started. I have a couple of announcements. So the first announcement is that this will be the last week of AMI work that you will need to turn in. So we've almost made it to the end. So this is the last week of AMI work for you guys that you will have to turn in. The rest of the weeks this month will just be fun, optional activities that you can do to wrap up the school year. So let's finish strong, work hard, and if you need help with anything, as always, let me know. I'm here to help you. And so finish strong, work hard this week, and we'll get it done together. My next announcement is that we will have our Zoom meeting today at 3:30 to finish the Graveyard book. We are finishing our read aloud of the Graveyard book today, so join us for that at 3:30 as we finish that book. And then later this week on Wednesday and Friday for our Zoom meetings, we'll start our new book called Fuzzy Mud by the same author. We read Holes earlier in the year. This is by the same author. It's Fuzzy Mud, and so we'll end the school year by reading Fuzzy Mud. So join us today as we finish the Graveyard book. We will do that at 3:30 today, and I will post a link for that on Google Classroom, Class Dojo, and Remind. All you have to do to join the Zoom meeting is to click that link, and it'll take you right to the Zoom meeting, and I will let you into the meeting, and we will read together. So it'll be a fun time, but we're gonna go ahead and get started with your AMI work for today. Since today is Monday, you're gonna choose an option for reading, an option for writing, a social studies option, and then one of those specialty activities to do. So we'll go ahead and jump into it. I'll share my screen with you guys so we can look at our options together. So let me situate my screen. There we go. Okay, so today is Monday, May 11th, and this is the 35th AMI day. So you're gonna choose an option for reading. So option 1 for reading, if you choose that, is to read a book of your choice for 30 minutes. So it's 30 minutes today. Read a book of your choice for 30 minutes. That's any book you want to read. Just write down the title, the number of pages that you read in that 30 minutes, and then that little paragraph summary about what you read using the details from your story. What are the characters doing? What are they going through? It also says include details about important words or phrases from your reading. List all figurative language used. So what are some important words or phrases that are used in your reading today? Because remember, dialogue is important, so maybe there's some dialogue that's going on in your story. What are important things that help you understand what's going on in the story? Include those things in your paragraph summary if you choose to do option 1. Option 2 is to log into iStation Reading and work on the reading section for 30 minutes. So you'll log on to iStation, I got tongue-tied. You'll log on to iStation Reading and work on the reading section for 30 minutes. And it gives you this link here to get to iStation to be able to work on it from home, or if you already know how to log on to iStation, you're all good on that. If you are completely finished with the iStation reading section and you've done all the work on iStation Reading and it's just having you do those extra activities at the end, some other options that you could work on for 30 minutes are Freckle ELA, Spelling City, anything like that you can work on for 30 minutes, and that could also count as your option 2. Option 3 says complete the attached lesson on similes and metaphors. So these are types of figurative language. We talked about them towards the beginning of the school year. So we'll scroll down and we'll look at that attached thing together. Let's see here. Okay, similes and metaphors. So what I want you to do, this is if you choose to do option 3, it says read the sentence and circle the 2 words being compared in each sentence. Determine whether each sentence is a simile or a metaphor, then write down the meaning based on the context. So it says, for example, it says Aram slept like a dog. So the literal meaning is that Aram slept deeply. So you're going to circle the 2 words. So it says circle the 2 words being compared in each sentence. So here, Aram slept like a log. So Aram, circle Aram. I think I said dog the first time. So circle Aram. Aram is being compared to a what? A log. So you're just going to circle, here you would circle Aram and log. So Aram slept like a log. So what do you think the literal meaning of that would be? It means Aram slept deeply. So you'll look at the next one here. Sven sings like a nightingale. So Sven is being compared to a nightingale. So the literal meaning, so think of what would that mean? Sven sings like a nightingale. So think of a nightingale is a bird. So think of birds. Do birds sing good or do birds sing bad? So does Sven sing good or does Sven sing bad? So you could say the literal meaning of that would be that Sven sings good, or Sven sings well would be the correct way to write that. So Sven sings well. Sven is a good singer. So that would be like the literal meaning of that, because you're comparing him to a bird, and birds sing very well. So like the moon is a lantern in the sky. So the moon is a lantern in the sky. So here, the moon is being compared to a lantern. So you'd circle moon and circle lantern. So the moon is being compared to a lantern. So what do you think the literal meaning of that would be? A lantern is like a light, and the moon is like a light in the sky. So that's one way to think about it. So you're just going to circle the two words being compared. So Sven was being compared to nightingale. So circle Sven and nightingale. On the second one, the moon is a lantern in the sky. Moon, and it's being compared to a lantern. So you'd circle moon and lantern. So you go through and circle the two words being compared, and then think about what you think that literal meaning of it is and write it on that line right there. So that's if you choose to do option 3 for reading today. Option 4 is to go to this PBS link. It will take you to the My Arkansas PBS website, and it'll take you to the English Language Arts and Literacy section. As always, at the top, there's that bar, and it says filter by. You'll click that box, choose 5 for 5th grade, and then you can watch any of those 5th grade language arts videos. Just follow along with the video. If it asks you to do something, follow along and do it, and that would count as your option for today, to follow that PBS link and watch those videos, or if you have the PBS television station, to watch any of those grade level programs there, or to choose one of those activities that's attached to the back of your physical AMI packet that you picked up at the school. So that's option 4. So after you choose an option for reading, you're going to choose an option for writing. So you have a couple options to choose from on writing as well. Option 1 says write an entry in your journal. This can be a story, an essay, or any writing that you choose. So if you started that coronavirus pandemic journal, or you want to start it today, as always, first thing you're gonna do is write today's date at the top of your paper. So just at the top of your paper, write today's date. Today is Monday, May 11th, 2020, or you could just put May 11th, 2020, and then you can just write anything that you want as part of that journal entry. You can write a story. Maybe you had fun over the weekend celebrating your mom's or your grandma's or aunts over Mother's Day. So write about what you did this weekend in your journal entry, or maybe you want to write an essay about something, or you can just make up a story. Write a fun fictional story, or draw a comic book. Do any kind of thing. You can write anything in your journal entry and have fun with that. So option 1 is to write that journal entry. Make sure you write today's date at the top of your journal entry so you remember what you did today. Option 2 says begin a narrative and work on it all week. So you're going to start a piece of writing, and this is going to be something that you're going to work on all week long. So anytime we do writing this week as part of your AMI work, if you choose to do option 2, you can work on that narrative. And it says it can be a personal narrative. So remember, personal narratives, we wrote those at the beginning of the year. That was when you chose one of those small moments to write about. A lot of y'all wrote about the shaving cream war at 4th grade camp. Some of you wrote about going on a roller coaster for the first time, or going to the water park. So it's choosing that small moment. So the big moment, so for example, for those of you that wrote about going to 4th grade camp, the big overall moment was 4th grade camp. And I told you to narrow it down to a small moment to write about. So that small moment you chose to write about was the shaving cream war. So don't write about a big moment when writing a personal narrative. Write about that small moment. So the small moment was the shaving cream war. The big moment was 4th grade camp. You want to write about that small moment. So I know Jasmine had written about riding a roller coaster for the first time. So the big moment would have been going to the amusement park or the theme park, wherever she went. The small moment was riding the roller coaster for the first time. So write about those small moments for a personal narrative. And remember to use all those details so that when people read it, they can see what in their head, what you were doing in that small moment. Because remember when you wrote about the shaving cream war at 4th grade camp, I told you to talk about what you were seeing, what you were hearing, use all those senses. What did you smell? What did you see? What did you hear? And then remember to use that dialogue. What were people saying? Maybe you heard that. I heard the 3, 2, 1, go. And I said, oh no, I'm gonna get hit by shaving cream. So remember to use dialogue and remember to use your senses. What did you see? What did you hear? Maybe what you tasted. What did you smell? Use those senses, use those details that help people imagine it in their minds. And use that dialogue. Be sure to include dialogue in your personal narrative. Or you could also, if you don't want to write a personal narrative, this time you could choose to write a fictional narrative. So a fictional narrative is just a story you create. So it's just a story you make up. You can make up the characters, make up the setting. Where are your characters? What are they doing? Make up your own story. That would be if you're writing a fictional narrative. So a personal narrative is about true life events that actually happened to you, and you're using all those details you remember about that moment. A personal or a fictional narrative, that's a personal narrative when you're writing about something that actually happened to you. A fictional narrative is when you're just making up a story. It's a story you create. You create the characters, you create the setting, you make up the story, you make up what's happening to those characters. But you still want to use some of the same things that you're using in your personal narrative. Like in the personal narrative, I told you to use, what are you seeing? What are you hearing? Maybe what you smell, maybe what you taste, using those senses and using dialogue. Remember to use dialogue. What did you say to people? And that was for your personal narrative, but you can also use those things in a fictional narrative. So where are your characters at? What are your characters seeing? What are they hearing? You could even say, what did they taste? Maybe your characters are eating something. What do they smell? So think about, you can use those elements in your fictional narrative as well. Use those senses. What are your characters doing? What are they seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling? And also dialogue. In fictional narratives, in any type of book you read, there's always some type of dialogue. So what are your characters saying to each other? So maybe you name one of your characters Frank and the other James. So Frank said to James, we need to get out of here. So you can still use dialogue in your fictional stories. You still want to use dialogue, and you still want to use those senses to help people see what your characters are experiencing in your fictional story that you may choose to write if you choose to do option 2. So think about those things. If you have any other questions or need help with any of your writing, message me and let me know, and I can help you guys out. As always, I want you to remember that if you don't want to handwrite your writing, so if you don't want to handwrite a journal entry or you don't want to handwrite your narrative, you can always open up, if you have a Chromebook or any type of device that you are using, you can open up Google Docs and you can type your narrative or type your journal entry. You can type any of these writing assignments, and you can always click the share button at the top and share it to me just like we did in class. My email is megan.mcgee@vbsd.us. You can still share those things with me. So if you don't want to handwrite all these writing assignments with your AMI work, you can always open up a Google Doc and type the assignment. So you can type the narrative that you're writing, or you can type your journal entries and just click that share button at the top and share it to me through my email address, megan.mcgee@vbsd.us. So that's another way you can do it. You can always type it and share it with me if you choose to do that. But then, if you choose to do option 3 today, that is to follow the PBS link. Once again, it'll take you to that My Arkansas PBS website, and that link will take you to the English Language Arts and Literacy section of the website. Again, at the top, you'll click Filter By and click that box. Scroll down to 5 for 5th grade, and then that will show you all the 5th grade literacy videos and options that they have for you on that website. And then you can choose any of those to watch and do. It's up to you. Or if you have the PBS television station, you can watch another grade level appropriate television show, and do one of those activities attached to the PBS or attached to your AMI packet. They have that PBS packet, and choose any of those activities to do on that back PBS packet. So that's the way you would use that. And so those are your 3 options to choose from on writing. You could either write a journal entry for option 1. Option 2, you can write a narrative, either personal or fictional, and you always have the option to type those. Option 3 is to follow that My PBS link and choose one of those 5th grade videos to watch. And then after you've chosen an option for writing, you're going to choose a social studies option. You have a couple of options to choose from on social studies. So option 1 says, look at the attached instructions on folding a flag. Take a piece of paper and practice how you would fold the flag. So here is where it gives you these instructions. These are the instructions for how to fold a flag. So all you would do is you would take a piece of paper. I have a piece of notebook paper here. Let me tear a piece out. And you would just follow along. So I have a piece of paper here. And you would just follow along with those instructions. So the instructions, so here you have the flag, and it starts here with A. So your steps are shown by letters. So you start with A, then you go to B, C, D, and E. So A would be to fold the lower stripe section of the flag over the blue field. So let's say this is my flag, and so you're just going to go from the bottom, so you would take the bottom of the flag and fold it up to the top so that you have this. So you're going to kind of fold it, I call that hot dog style. You're going to bring the bottom up to the top. So that's step A. So that's how you would do it with a piece of paper. You pretend your piece of paper is a flag. You could even color your piece of paper like the flag if you wanted to, and then just follow the instructions for how to fold a flag, but do it with a piece of paper. So this was me doing step A. So you do step A, then do step B, step C, step D, step E, and just follow along until you folded your paper completely like they would fold the flag. So that's if you choose to do option 1 for social studies. Option 2 for social studies says, watch a YouTube video about how to properly fold the flag, and it says practice with an adult. So maybe you have a flag at home that you could practice with. And along with this video, I always post I'll post this video on YouTube, and I post the links for this video on Google Classroom, Class Dojo, and Remind. But along with posting this video on Google Classroom, I will also I will find a YouTube video about how to fold the flag properly, and I will post it on Google Classroom along with this video. So if you need help finding a video about how to properly fold the flag, I will attach a video to Google Classroom. So this video will be on YouTube, Google Classroom, Class Dojo, and Remind. And on Google Classroom, I will also post the video for how to properly fold the flag. So along with this video on Google Classroom, I will also post that video about the flag. So option 2 would just be to watch that video and maybe practice with a piece of paper, or if you have an actual flag at home, practice folding a flag at home. So after you've chosen which social studies option you want to do, we're going to scroll down, and you're going to choose a specialty activity to do today. So if you want to do PE today, you have a couple of options. Option 1 for PE is to dance for 30 minutes. So you'll just turn on a song, turn on a YouTube video. Maybe this is a good time to practice your TikTok dances, anything like that. Just practice dancing for 30 minutes, turn on some music, dance for 30 minutes, practice TikTok dances for 30 minutes. That's option 1 for PE, or you could choose to do option 2 for PE. Option 2 says, create your own mini circuit workout using paper. Write or draw one exercise that you like on each paper. So one piece of paper might say sit-ups, Another piece of paper might say jumping jacks, and then another piece of paper might say mountain climbers. So just pick some different exercises, right? One exercise on, maybe you have about 5 pieces of paper, right? One exercise on each piece of paper. Says make as many different stations as you would like. Space each piece of paper with the exercise written / drawn on it. If you don't know how to write the exercise, you can draw a picture of what you'd be doing on it around the room to make a circuit. So maybe you're posting these in your living room, or maybe in your kitchen or your bedroom. So post these different pieces of paper with the exercise written on it around the room, and then you will do each exercise for 30 seconds. So for 30 seconds, if your first piece of paper says jumping jacks, do jumping jacks for 30 seconds, stop and rest for 30 seconds, and then move to the next exercise. So maybe then you move to the next piece of paper, and the next piece of paper says sit-ups. So do sit-ups for 30 seconds, and then rest for 30 seconds. And then just keep going until you've done all the exercises that you've posted around your room. And then it says, repeat until you have completed all of your exercises. And then it says, how many times can you do the whole circuit? Tip, play your favorite music while working out. So, find your favorite tunes, find your favorite music, play it while you're exercising. See how many times you can complete your circuit. So maybe your circuit has 5 exercises. So how many times can you do those 5 exercises? Doing it for 30 seconds and then resting for 30 seconds. Go to the next one, do it for 30 seconds, rest for 30 seconds. So if you choose to do option 2 for PE, you're going to create your own mini circuit workout. Or if you don't want to do PE today, maybe you want to do music. So today for music, you have a composer word search. So it gives you all of these composers on the side here. You have Haydn, Stravinsky, Bach, Wagner, all of these different composers. And then you're just gonna, find Haydn over here, find Bach, Stravinsky. Once you find it, mark it off like a regular word search. So if you do music today, you're just doing that composer word search. Or you could choose to do art today. You have a couple of options. Option 1 for art is to click on the link below to learn how to draw a clipper ship. So you're gonna click this link and it's going to take you to a PDF that's gonna take you step by step through how to draw a clipper ship. So we can go ahead, let's click it together and see what it looks like. So I clicked the link and here's what it takes me to, how to draw a clipper ship. So it gives you step 1. So this is step 1 of how to draw it. Step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6. So you're just adding more details with each step. So that would be, if you chose to do option 1 of art, that would be what you would do. You would click that link and it would take you to this PDF and you just follow along with how to draw that ship. So I'll go ahead and exit out. So that's if you follow that link, and that's what you would do for option 1 for art. But if you don't want to do option 1, option 2 for art. Oh, and it says after drawing. So if you do option 1, it says after drawing that ship, make sure you save your paper because tomorrow you're going to color it. And that's part of your option for art tomorrow, is to color whatever you draw today. So option 2 says if you choose to do option 2 for art, you're going to draw a boat on the water. The boat needs to fill up most of the paper. So you're going to get your piece of paper. Maybe it's a plain white sheet of paper. Maybe it's a piece of notebook paper like I have here. So you'd have water at the bottom, and then you want your ship to take up most of the paper. So most of your paper is going to be the boat that you draw. You're only going to draw a little bit of water at the bottom. Most of your paper is going to be the boat. So option 2 would be to draw a boat on the water. The boat needs to fill up most of the paper. So those are all your options for your AMI work for today. Remember, you're going to choose one of those reading options, one of those writing options, one of those social studies options, and then choose one of those specialty activities to do. If you need any help or you need passwords for iStation, Freckle, you need any type of password, message me and I can get those for you. If you need any help with anything, let me know. There are still spaces available for you to sign up for tutoring options. If you need help with anything and need some extra like one-on-one help, You can sign up for tutoring on the Google Sheet that I created. You just follow the Google Sheets link, put your name on a time, and I will send you a Zoom meeting link, and you just click that link at whatever time you signed up for, and I will meet you and talk you through whatever you're working on and help you to work on that. Or if you need help catching up on your AMI work and you're confused about what to do, maybe sign up for a tutoring time and I send you a link and I can meet with you on Zoom and we can talk through it and I can help get you caught up. Anything like that, that's an option. You can sign up for a tutoring time. Or if you just have a simple question that you want to ask me, you can post your question on Google Classroom. You can message me on Remind, on Class Dojo, message me in any of those places, and I will answer your question and help you as best I can. And because I'm here to help you and I'm here to teach you, and we want to finish this week strong. This is our last week of AMI work that we have to turn in. So finish strong, keep working hard. Y'all are so smart, and I miss teaching you in person so much, but I know that you can do this. You can get through this. We can finish this week strong and wrap up all this AMI work that we have to turn in. And then the next couple of weeks will just be fun activities that you can do, and they're optional. Oh, sorry. They're optional. You don't have to turn them in. They're just little fun activities that you can complete. So let's finish this school year strong, finish this AMI work strong. If you need help with anything, please let me know because I am here to help you. And as always, just remember to stay safe, stay healthy. Remember to wash your hands. And I just want you to remember more than anything that I love you guys and I miss you so much. I wish I could be teaching you in person to finish up the school year, but I hope that you stay safe and healthy. And more than anything, I just want you to remember that I love you guys and I miss you so much. So I hope this video helps. If you need anything, let me know. And I hope you have a wonderful Monday. And we will have our Zoom meeting at 3:30. Thank you for watching.